In the realm of Major League Baseball, few names resonate with power and prestige quite like the New York Yankees. With a legacy steeped in triumph and tradition, the Yankees have long been synonymous with dominance on the diamond. However, behind the glitz and glamour lies a cautionary tale of excess and miscalculation. Over the past 2 decades, the Yankees embarked on a spending spree unlike any other, amassing a staggering bill of over $1 billion on failed player contracts. At the heart of the spending frenzy lay a calculated gamble, a bet on star power and instant gratification. However, as the ink dried on these record-breaking deals, cracks began to emerge in the facade of invincibility. Injuries, declining performance, and a shifting baseball landscape all conspired to unravel the Yankees' grand plan. This is the untold story of baseball's most extravagant gamble and its sobering aftermath. This is how the Yankees burnt $1 billion. For decades, the New York Yankees have epitomized a win-at-all-costs mentality in Major League Baseball. Rooted in their rich history of success and an insatiable thirst for victory, the Yankees have spared no expense in assembling rosters designed for championship contention. This mentality, while often celebrated for its competitive fervor, has also led to a pattern of extravagant spending on player contracts, sometimes at the expense of long-term sustainability and prudent financial management. Central to the Yankees' approach in the past 2 decades has been their reliance on high-priced free agents to maintain competitiveness. Flush with resources and driven by the desire to secure marquee talent, the Yankees have frequently engaged in bidding wars for top-tier players, often offering exorbitant contracts to secure their services. While these signings have occasionally yielded dividends in the form of playoff appearances and individual accolades, they've also resulted in a significant portion of the team's budget being allocated to players who failed to live up to expectations on the field. In pursuit of immediate success, the Yankees have sometimes fallen into the trap of attempting to buy championships through the acquisition of high-priced talent. This approach, while not unique to the Yankees, has been particularly pronounced in the team's strategy over the past 2 decades. Rather than fostering homegrown talent through player development and scouting, the Yankees have often opted to open their checkbooks to bring in established stars from other organizations. While this strategy has yielded 1 championship in the last 20-plus years, it has also led to a culture of short-term thinking and a reliance on financial muscle rather than organizational prowess. One need only look at a few key examples to understand the magnitude of the Yankees' financial missteps in recent years, which, despite their initial promise and pedigree, these players failed to deliver the desired results on the field, leaving the Yankees saddled with hefty financial burdens and diminished on-field production. In 2007, the New York Yankees made headlines by signing Alex Rodriguez to what was then the richest contract in baseball history, a 10-year deal worth $275 million. At the time, Arod was coming off MVP-caliber seasons and was widely regarded as one of the game's premier talents. The contract was seen as a statement to the Yankees' commitment to maintaining their status as perennial contenders and securing the services of a generational talent. From 1997 to 2006, Rodriguez averaged an impressive .304 batting average with an on-base percentage of .400 and a slugging percentage of .591. Perhaps most notably, Rodriguez's offensive output during this period was prolific, with an average of 42 home runs and 123 RBIs per season. However, as the years progressed, Arod's on-field performance began to decline, marred by injuries and controversies. From 2007 to 2017, Rodriguez's statistics experienced a noticeable decline compared to his peak years. His batting average dropped to .269, reflecting a decrease in his ability to consistently make contact with the ball. Similarly, his on-base percentage and slugging fell to .357 and .509 respectively. One of the most significant aspects of Rodriguez's decline during this period was his diminishing power numbers. While still capable of hitting the long ball, Arod's home run and RBI totals declined significantly to an average of 22 and 66 per season respectively. Despite flashes of brilliance, including a 2009 World Series championship with the Yankees, Arod's numbers failed to match the astronomical expectations set by his massive contract. Moreover, off-field distractions, including his involvement in the biogenesis scandal and subsequent suspension for performance-enhancing drug use, further tarnished his reputation and strained his relationship with the organization and its fan base. The saga of Arod's second contract serves as a cautionary tale for teams across Major League Baseball, highlighting the risks associated with mega deals and the importance of careful consideration when investing in player contracts. Additionally, while Arod's time in pinstripes produced moments of brilliance, it also underscored the perils of investing heavily in aging stars and the importance of maintaining organizational integrity in the face of adversity. In December 2013, the New York Yankees made a splash in the free agent market by signing outfielder Jacoby Ellsbury to a lucrative 7-year contract worth $153 million. At the time, Ellsbury was coming off an impressive tenure with the Boston Red Sox, where he had established himself as one of the premier outfielders in Major League Baseball. The Yankees saw Ellsbury as a dynamic player who could provide speed on the base paths, solid defense in the outfield, and a reliable bat at the top of the lineup. The contract was met with considerable fanfare and anticipation, with the Yankees hoping that Ellsbury would inject energy and athleticism into their lineup, while helping to fill the void left by the departure of veteran outfielder Curtis Granderson. However, little did they know that this deal would soon turn into a cautionary tale of financial mismanagement and unmet expectations. Unfortunately for the Yankees, Ellsbury's tenure in pinstripes was marred by a combination of lackluster performance and frequent injuries. While he showed flashes of brilliance at times, including a solid debut season in 2014, where he hit .271 with 16 home runs and 39 stolen bases, Ellsbury struggled to consistently replicate his success on the field. Injuries proved to be a significant obstacle for Ellsbury during his time with the Yankees, as he battled a series of ailments that sidelined him for extended periods. From strained muscles to hip surgeries, Ellsbury's durability came into question, with his inability to stay healthy limiting his impact on the field and preventing him from living up to the lofty expectations set by his hefty contract. Additionally, Ellsbury's offensive production failed to justify his sizable salary, as his numbers steadily declined over the course of his tenure with the Yankees. His batting average dipped below .260 in subsequent seasons, and his power numbers dwindled, with his home run totals dropping to single digits and his stolen base totals decreasing as well. Despite investing over $153 million in hopes of acquiring a difference maker for their lineup, the Yankees received little return on their investment, as Ellsbury's contributions on the field failed to match the lofty expectations set by his contract. Beyond the financial implications, Ellsbury's contract also had a ripple effect on the Yankees' roster construction and payroll flexibility. With a significant portion of their budget tied up in a player who failed to deliver on his promise, the Yankees found themselves hamstrung in their ability to pursue other free agents or address other areas of need on their roster. Jacoby Ellsbury's contract with the New York Yankees stands as a stark reminder of the perils of overspending on free agents without considering the potential risks involved. In December 2017, the New York Yankees made a bold move to bolster their lineup by acquiring outfielder Giancarlo Stanton from the Miami Marlins via trade. Stanton, the reigning National League MVP at the time, was coming off a season where he hit a league-leading 59 home runs and established himself as one of the most feared sluggers in Major League Baseball. The trade, which sent shockwaves throughout the baseball world, saw the Yankees take on the majority of Stanton's massive contract, which had over $295 million remaining over the next 10 years. While Stanton's talent and power potential were undeniable, questions lingered about his ability to stay healthy and produce consistently over the course of such a lengthy and lucrative deal. Since joining the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton's tenure has been characterized by a combination of injury-prone seasons and inconsistent performance. Despite showing flashes of brilliance at times, including a strong debut season in 2018 where he hit .266 with 38 home runs and 100 RBIs, Stanton has struggled to stay on the field and produce at a level commensurate with his massive contract. Injuries have proven to be a significant obstacle for Stanton during his time in pinstripes, as he has battled a series of ailments that have sidelined him for extended periods. From hamstring strains to calf injuries, Stanton's durability has come into question, with his inability to stay healthy limiting his impact on the field and preventing him from reaching his full potential. Furthermore, Stanton's offensive production has been inconsistent, with his numbers fluctuating from season to season. While he has demonstrated the ability to hit for power and drive in runs, his batting average and on-base percentage have been subject to peaks and valleys, leading to frustration among fans and uncertainty about his long-term outlook. In January 2014, the New York Yankees made a significant investment in Japanese pitching sensation Masahiro Tanaka, signing him to a 7-year, $155 million contract. Tanaka was coming off a stellar career in Japan, where he had established himself as one of the premier pitchers in the Nippon Professional Baseball League, known for his devastating splitter and impeccable control. The Yankees saw Tanaka as a potential ace to anchor their starting rotation, filling a void left by the departure of veteran pitcher Andy Pettitte. Despite the high expectations surrounding his arrival, Masahiro Tanaka's tenure with the Yankees was marked by inconsistent performance and underwhelming statistics compared to the lofty expectations set by his lucrative contract. While Tanaka showed flashes of brilliance at times, including a strong debut season in 2014, where he posted a 13-5 record with a 2.77 ERA, he struggled to maintain consistency over the course of his tenure in pinstripes. One of the primary concerns surrounding Tanaka was his propensity to give up home runs, particularly in the hitter-friendly confines of Yankee Stadium. Despite his impressive strikeout-to-walk ratio and ability to generate ground balls, Tanaka's penchant for allowing the long ball proved to be a significant Achilles heel, leading to inflated earned run averages and costly losses for the Yankees. Furthermore, Tanaka's performance in postseason play was inconsistent as he struggled to replicate his regular season success on the game's biggest stage. While he had his moments of brilliance, including a memorable outing in the 2017 American League Division Series against the Cleveland Indians, Tanaka's overall postseason numbers were less than stellar, contributing to the Yankees' postseason woes during his tenure. Several other players have been brought in with high expectations, only to disappoint on the field and burden the organization with hefty contracts. Those players include Mark Teixeira, 8 years, $180 million, A.J. Burnett, 5 years, $82.5 million, Carl Pavano, 4 years, $40 million. Bad contracts have hindered the Yankees' ability to make strategic moves in the trade and free agent markets, as they may be reluctant to take on additional salary commitments or part with prospects due to existing financial obligations to underperforming players. This can limit their ability to address areas of need on the roster and acquire impact players who can make a difference in the team's success. In addition to hindering the Yankees' ability to compete in the present, bad contracts have also resulted in missed opportunities to invest in younger, more promising talent that could contribute to the team's long-term success. Instead of allocating resources to aging veterans with declining skills, the Yankees could have focused on cultivating homegrown talent and acquiring young players with high ceilings and potential for growth. The New York Yankees' history of bad contracts over the last 20 years has hindered their ability to adapt and compete in Major League Baseball. Moving forward, the Yankees must learn from the mistakes of the past and prioritize prudent financial management, strategic talent acquisition, and player development to ensure sustained success in the years to come. As the landscape of Major League Baseball continues to evolve, the Yankees must remain agile and forward-thinking in their approach to roster construction and team building to reclaim their status as champions of the game.